It's like the temple to high culinary culture in Northern California. You know, this is like hallowed ground here. This whole waterfront was covered in a freeway. This was ugly. This was the boondocks. It got damaged in the Loma Prieta earthquake in '89, came down, and man, you know, look at this. Talk about urban renewal. I'm Duane. I'm a writer. I live here in town in San Francisco, and we're at the Ferry Plaza Farmers Market. I got into cooking because Hannah came along, my first kid. Somebody had to cook every night, and I got sick of making the same stupid pasta alternating with the same stupid stir fry. So the task I set forth for myself was to cook every recipe in the Shape and East Vegetables Cookbook, which is this all-inclusive encyclopedic tome of vegetable cooking. And I'd say 70% of this is stuff that you'd never find in any supermarket. So for the last 2 years, I have been going to one farmer's market or another, usually to this one, you know, looking for all this stuff I had never heard of or ever even cooked before, like tatsoi. You know, who ever heard of tatsoi? And I show up and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, they've got tatsoi at the Cape Organic booth. I'm shopping for birds. I'm all about birds right now. So I'm going to be checking out the Hoffman game birds. I'm looking for quail, I'm looking for pigeon. I'm actually kind of on a duck mission today. The way I look at quail and pigeon is like, I just kind of went and walked out in the woods and grabbed myself some little birds and brought them home and plucked all the feathers out and grilled them up. And I'm having some beans with them. And okay, so the beans are fresh fava beans. Early spring baby fava beans. They're so delicate, you barely need to cook them. When I buy fava beans, I like to rub them, making sure there's no, making sure they actually have beans in them. Okay, these bad boys have beans in them. This place right here, the Hay Street Grill, personally, that crab cake sandwich, insane. Hog Island oysters, I mean, check it out. You know, those are some of the best oysters in the country. They pull these oysters right out of the bay, right out of Tamales Bay, drive them down here in their trucks. If they don't sell them, you know what they do with them? They put them back in the water. That's how alive these things are. The inside is a totally different scene here. This is a permanent marketplace. It's open all day, every day. These are stores. This is actually one of my favorite places. The concept of this place, it's like they're your sous chefs and your prep cooks. You know, you can get your stocks, you can get flageolet beans, pre-shelled. Then they've also got crazy obscure ingredients. Like I'm about to go in there and buy some Botarga di Tonno, which I guess is an old Italian specialty. You can't find this stuff anywhere. I can't even find it at Italian specialty shops. You walk into this place, you say, hey, you guys got Botarga di Tonno? And they go, oh, yeah, how much? You know, it's a trip. Okay, I want some baby artichokes. I'm looking for a pizza topping chev, so one that'll melt a little bit. That's awfully nice looking fennel. I'm gonna buy some fennel. This is a total score.
Hey, how are you?
I think, although how fatty is that? That's pretty damn fatty, isn't it? I just bought the most beautiful beets I've ever seen, actually. I bought a whole duck. Yeah. I'm gonna roast a duck. Look at this beautiful thing. Yeah. The level of my desire is bottomless, and there's so many specialty things in there that I can't get anywhere else. And I just go in there and I start looking around. I just go, oh my God, you know, I'm gonna buy 3 quarts of duck fat right now to make confit this week, and I'm gonna get a pigeon to start marinating in muscat. I'm gonna get a lamb shoulder roast, you know, I'm gonna get veal to make these meatballs I've been wanting to make. You know, it just gets out of hand until by the time I leave, you know, my pulse is kind of racing, I'm a little sweaty, I get kind of a cold. It's sort of a, this place is all about desire. It's all about my, you know, so it's good for me to stop, take a healthy approach, say, hey, you know what? That whole Muscovy duck I bought, that's beautiful, you know, that's great. I'm gonna go home and roast the whole duck. Those beets I bought, they're beautiful beets. I'm gonna go home and make, you know, I got a couple pounds of fava beans, I'm gonna shell them, I'm gonna make a little fava bean puree. It's all good, you know, it's enough for now. I can come back next week, you know? I can special order a couple of pigeons for next week. That's all right, it's all good. I'm fine, I'm good. I feel good about what I got here today.